Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy. Chapter 11, Creating Your Own Future, Part H. Positive versus negative thinking. Both winners and losers examine how they performed after an important event. But underachievers almost invariably rehash the mistakes they have made, the expenses they have incurred, and the failures they have experienced. High achievers, in contrast, those who think positively about themselves and their lives, are constantly reviewing the best parts of their performance and making plans to repeat those actions the next time. When you think about what you did right and what you could do differently next time, your mind will be completely positive. Your creativity will be stimulated. You will see all kinds of opportunities and possibilities for improvement that you would have missed completely if you allowed yourself to feel sorry for yourself after an unsuccessful event. Business and sales. If you are in business, you should ask these questions regularly of yourself and your key staff: what did we do right, and what would we do differently next time? Remember, most things you try will be unsuccessful the first few times. By asking these questions, you extract the greatest value possible from the situation. Treat every experience as an opportunity to learn something that can help you next time. If you are in sales, use this method after every sale. Immediately after a sales call, successful or not, ask the magic questions. This quick review will dramatically increase the speed at which you learn and grow as a sales professional. Make this instant replay a part of your life. Use this method repeatedly so that it becomes automatic. No matter how disappointing the setback or difficulty may be, you will soon be pre-programmed to learn the most from the situation and to extract every kernel of good that you can possibly get from it. When you combine this method with mindstorming, forcing yourself to generate 20 answers to each question, you will be absolutely astonished at the number of great ideas and insights for growth and improvement you will come up with. These ideas will dramatically increase the speed at which you become one of the best in your field. The Edison approach. Thomas Edison, the greatest inventor of the modern age, was convinced that experimentation was simply a process of elimination. He therefore kept accurate records of every experiment. Once he had decided that an invention was possible, he dedicated himself to eliminating the ways that wouldn't work until the only method left standing was the one way that would work. As a result, he became the greatest inventor of the modern age and one of the wealthiest businessmen in the country. You should do the same. From now on, each time you try and fail, shrug it off as a learning experience that just moved you one step closer to success. As Henry Ford once said, failure is merely an opportunity to more intelligently begin again. Your recovery rate. When you experience a disappointment of any kind, your natural reaction is to feel stunned emotionally. You feel as though you have been punched in your emotional solar plexus. You feel hurt, let down, disappointed, and discouraged. You occasionally feel like quitting altogether and doing something completely different. These feelings are normal and natural when you experience frustration or failure of any kind. The only question is, how long do they last? When you go to a doctor or clinic for a complete medical exam, you will often be given a stress test. First, they will take your pulse at your resting heart rate. Then they will ask you to do some aerobic exercises to raise your heart rate. Once your heart rate is up to a particular point, they will measure it again. They will wait 1, 2, and 5 minutes after the exercise, and again take your pulse. The mark of how fit you are is how rapidly your heart returns to its resting pulse rate after exercise.